Again, this is ninth grade Algebra 1 Georgia Standards, and what we look at this year are linear, quadratic, and exponential. I titled this lesson, Unique Characteristics. What is unique to different ones? That's a warm-up that I'm going to slide on by. A quadratic function has it has three things where they are unique to a quadratic function. A quadratic function will either have a minimum point or a maximum point. This is an example of minimum. It's the lowest point on the graph. This is an example of a maximum, which is the highest point on the graph. Also, that high or low point will be called the vertex of the graph. And the axis of symmetry is the x-coordinate of the minimum or maximum written as an equation. And it is the vertical line that goes through the middle of the graph. And then an exponential function has an asymptote. And it is the line that the graph approaches but does not touch. So these are our these are our four unique characteristics. Three of them are unique to the quadratic function, and one is unique to the exponential function. Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. All right, so looking at this graph right here, the maximum point on this graph is -2, 4. It's the highest point. It's the maximum. It does not have a minimum. A quadratic function will either have a max or a min. It won't have both. The axis of symmetry is the line at x equals -2. This is a vertical line at x equals -2. And if you can name the maximum, you can, or the minimum, either one, you can name the axis of symmetry. All right, taking a look at this one has a minimum point at 1, -2. It does not have a max. And its axis of symmetry is at x equals 1. An asymptote for an exponential graph is the line that the graph approaches but never touches. So this graph is approaching y equals 0, but it will never reach it. So, but it approaches it, but it's not touching it. So that's its asymptote. This one has an asymptote. You're going up. Now, students sometimes when it's turned this way get confused as which is the asymptote. Is it 3 or is it 4? Look and see which one it's between. It's between 3 and 4, and it's touched 3. It's crossed it, but it's not touching 4. So y equals 4 is the asymptote.